Welcome to another new episode of True Off My Chest. Let's start with first news story, posted by Camera Guy. I ruined an underaged girl and her family's life. Okay, this is a long one, but I'm not sure what to do here as I have been crying in my car for the past 10 minutes, but I need some advice on this. So about 2 weeks ago, I'm a male, age of 25, matched with an 18-year-old girl. The conversation hit off, and I thought it was going well, until we exchanged numbers. My first mistake here was not verifying her age, which was the biggest mistake of my life, as I'll explain later. She asked for my selfie, in which I gave, but it was just a normal photo of myself at my job. However, she sent the NSFW photo, which I was immediately uncomfortable by, but the conversation kept going. Mistake second. The conversation only went to us talking about our favorite shows after that, and things we like to do, which stayed clean. The conversation ended there. Fast forward to 2 days later, when I get a call from a child protective agency asking about this same girl, who they revealed to actually be 15. I was of course at a loss for words. The mom wanted to press charges against me for going against the terms of service on this dating site, which is understandable. The dad, however, didn't want the police involved, and we worked out a solution to where I could help pay for her counseling, which I agreed to. It was a lot of money, and it took me a while to get it to him, but after it was all transferred, I had thought I could forget all of this. I was wrong. Fast forward to today, I get a call from the child protection agency again, in which they tell me that this girl is in critical condition, in which she attempted to take her own life. The agent then tells me that my name was put in the suicide note, and that she said that our secrets were safe with her. I was in the car when he told me this, and I almost caused a crash. I didn't even know this girl, and all of a sudden she put me in her note. The agent then suggested that I call the dad. The dad was livid with me and was beyond confused. I was as well, and as I explained to him that there were no secrets that her and I had shared, I could tell that he was not having any of it. The only things that this girl and I exchanged were movie interests and TV shows. He then said that he is still not wanting to go to the police, and that he needs me to help pay for her medical bills. I can't afford to give any more money, and I'm beyond confused here, as nothing like this has ever happened to me. As I said, I have been crying in my car for the past 10 minutes before writing this. I don't know what to do here, because it was never my intention to do this, as I was absolutely gullible enough to believe she was 18. I want to tell my mom, who I live with, about this, but I'm afraid she'll be angry with me. What do I do here? Edit. I want to thank everyone for applying and for convincing me this is a scam. Believe it or not, after reading that it was a common scam, I had the biggest sigh of relief. I think someone in the comments was correct. I was so scared about this ruining my life as well as this girl's that I overlooked common sense. Thank you all. Edit 2. Okay, now this is kind of turning on to me, and I don't see how. I certainly didn't think I'd be accused of being a creep for me matching with her 18 to 19-year-old, but what you all must understand is that I haven't dated anyone in my life. But if dating that young labels me as a creep, then I'll raise the age range if I ever get back on them in the first place. Thanks for the advice, BTW. People have given some suggestion to OP on this post. Let's see. First suggestion from OMG1eyes. This is a really common scam. There is no girl, no parents, no suicide note, nothing. It's just a random scammer in a random place in the world trying to take your money, which it sounds like they did. Block them, ignore them, and don't get fooled like this again. Next suggestion from Sci-Fun. Bro, you're being scammed. Next suggestion from Broadad. Oh honey, you are definitely getting scammed if you're telling the truth. Next suggestion from Flatsakotash. Strange as it sounds, I think OP is probably very happy to have been scammed. OP replied, you would be right. I have never heard of this scam before. I literally thought I had caused a girl to take her life. Next suggestion from Thora the Dwarf. CPS doesn't operate like that. I was a foster parent for 5 years. Just block the number and move on. Let's read today's second news story, posted by Gaslight. I light a barbers every time I get my hair cut somewhere new. When I was a teenager, I had just gotten past a bad clinical depression episode and went to get my hair cut for the first time in months. The barber made a comment about how I looked like I've been overdue for a haircut for a while. I didn't want to be a and make him feel bad by explaining that it was a symptom of a mental disorder, so I said the first thing that popped in my head. I just got back from spending a season on my uncle's fishing boat. My uncle actually does have a commercial fishing boat and I've spent a couple of days here and there on it, so it was easy to make up a plausible story. For some reason, it was also a lot of fun. Now whenever I go to a new barber shop, I lie about my life and make up weird stories. Some of my favorites have been, I'm the guy who cleans up dead dolphins and whales from the beaches. Sometimes they explode. I spend most of my time in a group of people with a charismatic leader who doesn't like us to have individual identities, so we are all called Dave, and we get the exact same haircut. I give details that clearly describe a cult. I'm a data analyst for an epidemiology organization. I analyze the spread of STDs by comparing the data from STD clinics to the number of condoms removed from the local sewage system. This lets me predict outbreaks. I'm a pen tester. If they know about cybersecurity, I say, oh no, I mean like ballpoint pens. My job is to try to make shanks out of the pens they give to prisoners. If I can make a shank, it goes back to the design team. I earn my income by live streaming my apartment 24/7 on a Chinese streaming site. I have no idea why I have so many subscribers, but the biggest spikes in viewership always happen when I stand perfectly still on my coffee table for an hour at a time. My wife keeps telling me that I'm acting like a crazy person, but she does go to timeshare presentations with me where we pick someone from a movie or show and stay in character the whole time. Our favorite is Bob and Linda from Bob's Burgers. So far they've always cut the presentation short and asked us to please take our gift and leave. People have given some suggestion to OP on this post. Let's see. First suggestion from Throwaway. I've always wanted to do this. It seems fun to pretend to be someone completely different for a little bit. Next suggestion from Sheesh Bop. I lived in Australia for a bit with some of my friends. We thought it would be fun to make up silly jobs we had back home, and being from California, I decided we should say we're the princesses at Disneyland. One guy turned to my friend and asked which one she was. My absolute babe of a friend, awkward and on the spot, shouts Piglet. I love her so much. Next suggestion from Smeltry. You have such a varied and interesting career history. The timeshare is awesome. Next suggestion from Novici. Not a barber, but I used to be a hairstylist, and I had a client just like you. I always looked forward to his visits, to hear what he had been up to. Sometimes I wonder if he was just waiting for me to call him on his and to see how far he could go with his stories. I never did. Some of his stories I was actually able to confirm, which makes me wonder how many of them actually, in fact, were true despite being completely unrealistic. Next suggestion from Pinkfoot the Goose. You're joshing, you don't have a wife. Matter of fact you are bald and have never been to a barber. Let's read today's third news story, posted by Helpful Minimum. I found tickets for a cruise that my boyfriend got me. This gift has cemented for me that this relationship is over. I need to let this out without getting pushback from family and friends who think his gift is romantic, so I'm using a throwaway. My birthday is coming up in a few months and 3 days ago, I found out what my birthday present was, which are tickets to a cruise. His sister spilled the news thinking I would be excited and I'm not. We live together, and I found the gift, and know it's for me. I sound so ungrateful but I'm not. This gift just proves to me that things will never change. The first thing is this gift isn't for me. I do not like cruises, because I get really bad seasickness and nothing I do helps. I also told him what I wanted to do for my birthday, which was go to a Ring Fair festival on my birthday. I have already taken the week off from work for it in preparation to go this fair. I have purchased tickets, and I'm saving month to month, so that I have spending money without it affecting finances at home. Why would he book tickets the same time as the time I took off to go to this festival? Also, this cruise wasn't cheap at all, so it's partially wasted money because I'm not going. I'm so annoyed. I have told him time and time again that I don't feel like he listens to me, that I feel like he just gets me things by thinking about what's best for him or what he would like. It's not only gifts. He makes decisions based on what he thinks is best, and I just can't deal with it anymore. I love him, but I'm so done. And before anyone says I didn't talk to him or to talk to him about this, I have repeatedly. This has been a recurring conversation in our 2.5-year relationship. The next thing to do is talk this out and end things. Edit. I appreciate the comments and concern about cheating, but I know the gift is for me because it was in really nice packaging that said happy birthday, my name, and the bag had like cruise ship related items and possible excursions. The effort he went to, it made me sad because that means he could have put in a little effort about the things I like. If he had even just gotten me a ticket for the Ren Fair festival or accessories from online or even a piece of an outfit that had to do with Ren Fair, it would have made my entire month. It would have meant that he listened and got me something that interested me. I'm talking to him tonight, and I'm not even annoyed anymore. I feel nothing about this. People have given some suggestion to OP on this post. Let's see. First suggestion from probably an I think the fact that he knows you have plans for the day of your birthday and has deliberately double booked you after the fact is a much bigger red flag than the obviously present. Next suggestion from dubious people pleaser. Happy birthday, babe. Here's your gift. What do you mean you're not going? Seasickness? You can take some pills or something. Ren Fair? I totally forgot, but these are so much better and they cost so much money, so we can't just waste them. Of course I didn't get them, just so we couldn't go to Ren Fair. I feel like you are really ungrateful when I'm doing a really nice thing. He isn't a forgetful dope. He did this intentionally. You deserve better. Hope his single ass get to experience some rough seas on his solo trip. Have fun at Ren Fair. Next suggestion from Decrying Shame. I don't think you are being unreasonable at all. I would be pissed if a partner got me tickets to something that made me sick. Once or twice I might overlook it, but with this being an ongoing thing, I would definitely be feeling the same way. Next suggestion from Tuna Rice Lemon Juice. He bought the gift for himself while disguising it as a gift for you. Even if the gift was 20-carat diamond ring, if it is not something you wanted and discussed it, it is not romantic or thoughtful. Next suggestion from Parkesk. Also, I hope you take this time to reevaluate your friendships and how much time you spend with your family if they aren't supportive of you. Thank you.